Many of the marital issues that were discussed extensively in the Bible were discussed as answers to questions. Most of the marital issues discussed in scriptures were discussed as answers to questions. It was the questions that people asked that provoked or motivated Jesus to answer them, and in those answers we find teachings on marriage, or the apostles in the epistles. It was questions that brought about the response, that brought about certain instructions that affects marriage. For example, let's begin the journey. Matthew chapter 19 verse 3 and 4.
The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? And he answered and said unto them, Have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female?
Have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning? This is in response to a question. When they asked the question, in Jesus answering their question, he took them back to the beginning, and it has to do with a question on divorce. Can a Christian divorce? Should a Christian divorce? And he said to them, Have you not heard and have you not read that he who made them in the beginning, the originator and the origin of marriage, was not designed for divorce? Have you not read? It's like saying, have you not read that the computer is not a spoon for eating food? Have you never read, why are you trying to use your computer or your iPad to eat pounded yam? Have you not read in the manual of the iPad that iPads were not designed for eating pounded yam? Same thing. Have you not read the manual that controls marriage, or the manual that teaches marriage, or the manual that helps the marital appliance to operate maximally? That he who made them in the beginning made them male and female. Read verse 5 for me.
And said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh.
One flesh there has to do with sexual union. And they two shall be one flesh. The word one flesh there means sexual union. Verse 6.
Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder.
All right, so Jesus began to teach from the book of Genesis, because in the beginning has to do with Genesis. Have you not heard that he that made them in the beginning in Genesis? Read verse 7 for me.
They say unto him, Why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement, and to put her away?
Now there were two things addressed here, and we will look at it eventually. All right, two things. Now remember again, this teaching will be incomplete if Jesus didn't go back to the law of Moses. Beginning from Moses and all the prophets, all of Jesus's teachings always went like that. Beginning from Moses and all the prophets, he expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. So Jesus began to teach them this marriage beginning from Genesis. Just like every other scriptural subject, every scriptural subject has a legalistic approach and a grace approach. Every scriptural subject. Marriage has a legalistic approach to marriage and a grace approach to marriage. What is the legalistic approach? A writing of divorcement. A writing of divorcement. Give her a divorce certificate. Send her packing. That is what the law, legalism. And there is a grace dimension to marriage. Just like there is a legalistic way to pray and there is a grace way to pray. Just like there is a legalistic way to giving and there is a grace way to giving. The scriptures are always, when you study the scriptures very carefully and very extensively, you will find out that there are always, it's either legalistic or grace-based. Look at verse 8.
He saith unto them,
Yes.
Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning it was not so.
From Genesis, the day marriage institution was created and designed by the manufacturer, it was designed never to accommodate divorce. Divorce was not part of it. That's to say, it shouldn't even cross your mind. It shouldn't even be an idea your mind thinks about, because from the beginning, when the institution called marriage was manufactured, there was nothing like divorce in the mind of the manufacturer. Are you here? Yeah, in the beginning. All right. But Moses, when he saw the hardness of your hearts, when he saw the callousness of your hearts, when he saw how far your hearts are from God, when he saw how hardened you were, gave you a law. God, the creator of marriage, never intended for marriage to have any dimension of legalism, but it was in response to the callousness of your hearts that Moses accommodated your callousness by giving you a law. But from the beginning, when the institution was manufactured, it was not so. Next verse.
And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her which is put away, doth commit adultery.
So